protect you from not becoming like your parents. If you keep up at all with the Progressive insurance commercials, you know what I'm talking about. So, are you tired of all the clutter around, possibly even storage units, multiple units that maybe you're paying for because you have so much stuff? Well, it's time to de-stuff and downsize. Get excited about that. In part one of Don't Be Like Your Parents, we talked about the need for making improvements in your life, and that requires change. And the quote that I had given was, while all changes do not lead to improvement, all improvement requires change. So there you have it. Transitional change, that is what we're going to be talking about today, and I will be using a recent example of our situation with downsizing as an example to drive this message home. Okay, but first, let's recap real quick what we learned about the 3 types of change from the first video. And if you didn't catch that video, just go back, watch part 1, and then you can catch up with this video. But we did learn there were 3 types of change. We had developmental change is the first type. And that is where you see the need to make an improvement to an existing situation. Okay, you see the need to make an improvement in an existing situation. The second type of change is transitional change. And that is when you recognize the need to implement a completely new course of action. Okay? And then the third and final type of change is transformational change. And that is when you are open to the transformation that a big change could make in your life and into the lives of those around you. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. Okay, so are you ready for the good stuff? The part where I really show you and let you into my world of what happened and what was going on with me during the process of downsizing and the sale of our home and all of that stuff. So if you are in for that ride, buckle up your seatbelt and grab your glass of wine or your favorite beverage because I'm going to show you a couple of videos that one is just, I think we'll start off with the positive side. Okay, I'm going to show you, I'll give you a little tour of the cute little house that we moved into and kind of a little bit of the neighborhood, a little bit of the area. I have much more to show you, but that's in future episodes of, blogging in West Hollywood because this place is super cool here. And then I'm going to take you on my journey of when reality hit that, I'll save that for later. We're going to talk about that later in this video, so don't go anywhere. It becomes the part of the story that was really painful because guess what? Change isn't easy, right? Welcome to my WEHO home. Oh my goodness, here we go. This is our living area. There's our little dog, Snowy. And I am just going to walk you through our little 800 square foot 1931 Spanish bungalow that we are currently living in. That's our little mail slot. Anyway, as you can see, I was able to bring some of my favorite things with me and put them in this house from our prior home, right? And I just brought as much as I could and filled this little house up as much as I could, and it feels like home to us. So Elliot and I live here, and there's my mother's beautiful little china cabinet with a lot of my collectibles that I've collected over the years, and different china and crystal and things like that. And this is just a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home. Again, 800 square feet. And there's a little painting, my first oil painting I ever purchased in actually McAllister, Oklahoma, when we lived there, by a girl named Bethany. Anyway, we have a daughter named Bethany, so that was special to me. This is our little kitchen, and it leads out to a back outdoor patio, which is a work in progress. That's where our laundry machine is. Currently have a load of laundry going, so you're gonna hear that noise, but this is a nice little workable, doable kitchen. I've got this whole blank wall to work on. I'm super excited about that. Gonna find some sort of workable station that I can, do things there on. Anyway, we had to get a little fridge, had a limited with options because of the size of the hole there. And I can have a nice little window, can look out of, and I love my big sink. I had a divided sink before. It's kind of nice to have new and different, right? That's part of the fun. We're making it work, And this is transitioning to our hall, to our guest bedroom. And I've got this little hallway here, thank goodness, where I can put a little bit of furniture that I had, right? So it's so fun that a lot of my stuff worked. All my pictures, you know, that I liked. If I didn't like something, I got rid of it. But yeah, pretty much I just repurposed everything. And we were able to get some nice blinds in, the silhouette blinds, which is really nice. And this has wonderful storage with the closets, so that works really well. And then, you know, this just shows you another view. I've got to get something to hang over there. This is just a temporary home for us right now. We are getting to live here. It's my father-in-law's home, actually, and, you know, honestly, like a rental property, but we're getting to live here for now, so we're enjoying that. There's my mother's little cute Victorian antique chair. So, yeah. Now we're transitioning down to the hall, going the other direction to the other two bedrooms, and I'm going to stop and show you our bathroom real quick. We have one bathroom, and you know, we came from 4 bathrooms, so hey, it's less to clean, right? Certainly easy for 1 or 2 people. I love this tile that my sister-in-law actually picked out for this remodel. Beautiful, or my niece actually, and in fact my niece did the whole remodel, which was really fun for her to get to do. But yeah, you know, I had this little rack for my Mary Kay stuff. I'm making it work in this little spot here. Works out really well. And I'm still working on, you know, how I'm putting things together. Anyway, everything's new and clean and nice. This transitions to the 2nd and 3rd bedrooms. I'm using this 2nd bedroom as an office, but it's got a nice closet, tons of storage for this little house. And here is the office area that pretty much I use. Elliot uses it occasionally, but we share a computer. Got all my Mary Kay stuff, and I use that dresser to store mostly office documents and things like that. And you can just kind of see the layout of the house here, right? And then this is our bedroom. Yeah, so here's our master bedroom area. Able to use our dresser, and I brought our bed and everything, and just brought everything we had, and only, you know, got rid of things that we weren't going to be able to use. So felt really good. I was able to, I have a story to tell you later about this whole comforter business, but I'll save that for later in my video. Okay, so this is what I do when I get ready to go out and run some errands. I'm taking off, leaving the house. I got my stuff that I need to mail at the post office right here in this bag. And I'm gonna walk down to the post office, get some nice exercise, enjoy the beautiful weather today, and I'll give you a glimpse of our little neighborhood here. So here we go. All right, here is a glimpse of our front porch area. I have a lot of decorating I'm looking forward to doing here, but it's a work in progress. We're going to be redoing the yard and getting a fence put in and hedges and everything, but this is a little glimpse down the neighborhood, and there's some really cool trees that I had never seen before in the distance there. I'm going to show you those again here in a second, like right there. Oh my goodness, they just are like these round mushroom shaped trees. Super cool. Anyway, the architecture in this neighborhood is fun to look at. Everyone puts their unique spin on things. Lots of people have they close in their front door area or their front area with hedges and retaining walls. But I enjoy the uniqueness about this area. It's very fun. Of course, it's very old. The homes over here are super small. If you cross the street, you're into Beverly Hills and it's the big mansions. But this area is just the cute little bungalows of West Hollywood. And this particular neighborhood is in the Norma Triangle, which is really special. I've got to do more research on that and find out what makes that special, but it's a really nice part of West Hollywood. So you can just see that it's kind of neat here. Enjoyed that little tour of the Spanish bungalow that we're living in right now, and a little glimpse of the neighborhood in West Hollywood, or WEHO as we call it here. WEHO. I'm going to be referring to it as WEHO. That's what the locals say for West Hollywood. Anyway, you can see that it meets the needs that we had. We had a desire to downsize. We had a desire to live in an urban area and have great walkability. And that's exactly what we have here. I walk everywhere. I don't have to take my car out except once a week when I go see my daughter, who's just an hour away now, which is so awesome. And side note, when your kid gets hurt or sick, it's so nice to be a little closer than 6 hours away. Just saying. So I'm really enjoying that. But anyway, the other cool thing about, stretching yourself to downsize, it's not cool. It's actually painful. And that's what we're going to get into next. The painful part about downsizing and moving to a new area is, of course, learning a new area, learning where to go, learning what people do. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, but going to a Target with a parking garage and figuring out how do you do a cart at Target in a parking garage. I mean, crazy. That's LA for you, but it's new for me. I came from a small little town in Oakdale. Anyway, so buckle up for ride number 2. I'm going to take you into our former home that we moved out of. And just side note, we were supposed to close on our home August 3rd. We moved out the last weekend in July. We were supposed to close on August 3rd. That video was made on August 20th. And we were faced with the reality that the deal was falling apart. So even though I don't seem like super distressed in the video, I was really distressed. I just happened to be a really positive person, so I was trying to look at the positive side, but I was actually really mad. And if you look closely, don't look too close, you'll notice I'm not looking so good. Stressed out, I was sleeping on an air mattress and couldn't have my coffee in the morning because, I didn't have anything in that house. So are you ready for that video? All right, let's do it. Cheers. Okay, stay tuned for part 3 of Don't Be Like Your Parents, and I will show you the pain. In part 1 of Don't Be Like Your Parents, we talked about the need for making improvements in your life and that requires change. There was a quote I gave that went something like, all improvement does not lead to change, or let me see here. I forgot it.